I had no idea that you could get trading cards from pilots at the airport. I discovered this while I was on my trip to Tennessee. On the way there, I did not know, but on the way back, I did know, and I asked a few pilots for the cards, and they gave them to me. We're going to talk about that in this video, and also I'll kind of tell you about my trip to Tennessee and show you some pictures that I took while I was there. So, first off, these cards that you can get, I was in a Facebook group while I was in Tennessee, and someone had mentioned how you can get trading cards from pilots, and this guy had a ton of them, and it looks like he was collecting them and grading them with PSA. I took a screenshot of his picture that he posted, and I will flash it on the screen right now. Hopefully, if I edit this correctly, it'll be right there. Yeah, that is actually way cool. I had no idea. So I asked a few pilots for cards on the way back, and this was the first card that I received. I actually got two of them. One was for my daughter. As you can tell, I've already sleeved both of them. So it looks like it's just it's just basically cards that have an airplane on it, and on the back of the card, it kind of tells you some more information about the airplane. That is freaking awesome. From what I can tell, you can get these graded. It doesn't look like they grade very well because, I mean, these pilots carry them around in their pockets. So, but it is a real thing. And I feel like that's actually really awesome that they do that. From now on, when I go on trips, I will be asking. I flew on Delta, but I did see comments in that Facebook group that you can actually get these cards from other pilots, from other airlines. But of course, I have tested this myself through Delta. So there's two of the cards. I'll show you the other card I received, which is freaking awesome, here in a moment. While we were in Tennessee, well, there was a showing for a World Cup game, and we went to one of the games. They were displaying it on a TV in the middle of the street. The street we stayed on in Knoxville was called Gay Street. The hotel was actually the hotel where the SEC was created. I can't remember what year it was. It was now known as the Hyatt Place in Knoxville, Tennessee. Formerly, when the SEC was created there, it was called the Farragut. It was freaking awesome. The rooftop bar was way cool. It was definitely worth checking out at least once. If you have small kids and you're going to Tennessee, to Knoxville specifically, I would not recommend walking around past probably 10 o'clock in the city. It did not feel very safe. Me and my daughter went out one night, and we immediately turned around and came back inside the hotel. They keep the sliding doors in the hotel locked after a certain time. So that should have probably given us some indication. But we did go out. The only way to get back in was to scan the card, but we did it pretty quickly. It was not a good atmosphere for kids. With that, I will show you a clip right now of me and my wife sitting outside on the patio during that World Cup match. It's just a 10-second clip, so I'm showing you that right now. Probably no volume because I don't want to get pinged for showing or having copyrighted music. But that was pretty fun. We also went to the Tennessee History museum. I'll show you some pictures of that right now on the screen. It was actually awesome. So for the 250th anniversary, it's free to get into that museum, and it's got all kinds of stuff about East Tennessee. And there's a trolley car in there that used to be used in Knoxville. It was way cool. It was a lot of fun. My wife actually got strep throat the day we got there, and she ended up being in bed the whole time. We came back early. That part actually kind of sucked, so we didn't get to do everything we wanted. We were hoping to go to Dollywood and the Knoxville Zoo, but we did not get to do any of that. We just hung out downtown. I visited my mom, and it was still super fun. With that, I will go ahead and show you the next card I received from a pilot. This one is freaking awesome. It is a 737, and this guy was sitting somewhere, not our pilot. So the first one was our pilot, and I believe that was the exact plane that we were on. So he was our pilot on that plane. And then the second one was just a pilot that was sitting outside, probably waiting for his flight. And he gave, my wife actually asked, and he gave her this card. So this one is actually way cool as well. I kind of wish I got more than 2 cards, 2 variations. But this will give me something to look forward to on the next trip. It was way cool. So as you can see, again, it kind of tells you. So it's got the speed on here, 525 miles per hour. It's got the range, engines, wingspan, tail height, 160 seats. It's got some information about the plane, greener and more aerodynamic. So that is way cool. A 737. I am definitely going to start collecting these, and who knows, I might even send some to CGC and get them graded. I do want to mention something about CGC. I emailed customer service this past weekend, and I asked them if something was wrong with my order. I have a bulk order of 50 cards there that was received on March 12th, and I have not gotten it back yet. It still says it's in grading, and the lady somebody emailed me back. I'm assuming it was a lady. I think for some reason I remember it. The customer service name was a girl's name. But she emailed me back, and she told me that the cards were already graded, the labels were printed, they're just waiting to be encased and go through the final steps, and then they'll be sent back. She did mention that it's a 120 business day wait to get bulk back. That is the longest I've ever waited for cards from CGC. Normally they're way fast, and they've been the cheapest. I feel like that's not the case anymore, so that kind of sucks actually. But they did email me back pretty quick. Like the next morning when I woke up, I got an email back from them telling me that information that I just told you. So that was really nice that they responded quickly. They apologized. I was mostly just worried that maybe they were trying to collect another payment or something, and that's what held it up, but that wasn't the case. It's just taking forever. Maybe a lot of people are using them because of all the stuff going on with PSA right now. That kind of sucks for the people that's been using them forever, but that's what it is. So back here behind me, I've actually got a ton of. I'm gonna lift this other camera off. These are my cards that I'm planning to get graded. So everything inside of this, underneath it, and then the ones on top, that's stuff I've got pending to send for grading. I only like to do one order at a time, but as you can see, I've got a ton of cards waiting, and the pile is just stacking up. I've actually got some stuff inside of these AGS boxes as well that need to be graded. Those are a little more valuable, so I stuck them in there. But yeah, that's a lot. The price is not as cheap anymore, which really sucks. I love grading. That's part of my whole thing for collecting cards is also getting them graded. I mean, I collect a bunch of raw cards, but I'm primarily someone that grades, so that kind of stinks for me. But yeah, going back to the whole purpose of this video, which is these cards, that's freaking awesome. I want to see, let me know in the comments, did you already know about this? And how many of these cards have you collected from Pilots? Let me know. I have no idea how long they've been doing this. If you know, it'd be awesome if you leave me a comment and let me know. Bring me up to speed on it. But yeah, every time we fly now, it's going to be something awesome to look forward to try to get more of these cards. And I'm very curious about some cards from other pilots from other airlines. I'll have to check on that as well when I'm in the airport and if I see any. It was a super fun trip. I am happy to be back home because my wife was sick the whole time, and now she's finally starting to feel a little better. She still has an ear infection, but her throat is feeling a lot better. All right, that is going to do it for this video. This weekend, so this video, you're watching this on Tuesday. On Saturday, I am planning on opening my next box of Boombox that I received. It is sitting right here next to me, waiting for me to open it. Also, I'm going to try out some new stuff with my camera because I did my last video, which was the unboxing of the 250th anniversary bundle from superbreaksports.com. The camera footage was terrible, and I wish I had have spent a little more time on setting up something to be able to show you me pulling the product out of the box. I was in a hurry to get the video done, and I recorded it like the night before, I believe, if I remember correctly, and the trip and all that, and we still had stuff to do when we got back. I just was in a rush. I didn't think about it, and the camera quality was not good. So I apologize for that. If you haven't seen the video, it's worth checking out. You can kind of decipher what was inside the box. But yeah, I'm going to try out some other things with my main camera and hopefully get the quality better. I'm a little bit zoomed out right now, so you can hopefully see all of this better. We'll try that with my upcoming videos, and hopefully we'll have some more big box unboxings. I have some plans coming for that, and yeah, we'll keep growing the channel. I appreciate all of you guys. Right now, I am posting, or I am showing my QR code for my Instagram account. It's new. I only have like 8 or 9 followers. I appreciate whoever it is following me. I'd like to grow that so I can start posting pictures of like cards and things individually. That'd be awesome. If you want to follow me, just pull your phone out, scan the QR code, and that'll pull up my Instagram page. Okay, that is going to do it for this video. Let me know what you think of these cards. Did you already know about the cards? And let me know if you've been doing it and how long have pilots carried these in their pockets. I had no idea. Okay, appreciate all of you guys. I will see you on Saturday for our boombox. It's going to be the July boombox basketball boombox box. So we're going to open that on Saturday. Hope you have an awesome rest of your week. I will see you at the next video. Have a good night.